Okay, Tashitlek, welcome to the virtual learning, and today I'm going to teach you job application. And this question comes for 6 marks in your board examination. All right, so what do you understand by the title itself? Job application. Job application, that means it is applying for a job that is vacant. All right. Okay, so application for employment or to get a job, writing letter, writing an application, asking the employer to hire you, right? Okay, so since it's the very first step of introducing the applicant to the employer, job application should contain appeal for the job along with the job seeker's personal data like name, address, qualification, and experience. Now, this is like this is your first way of introducing yourself. So you have to your application should contain certain uh, important facts about yourself, your personal data like name, address, qualification, and experience, right? Okay, now biodata topic. Biodata refers to a person's life, experience, and achievement. So, what do you understand by biodata? It's something about your own life, your personal life, your experience, and your experience for having worked in a particular company or in school, and what are your achievements. All right. So you have to mention, for example, if you have worked in a school for 5 years and you wish to apply for uh, another school, you have to mention 5 years of teaching so and so school. All right. It should be representative of all your personal and professional details in a specified format. So when you are writing or drafting a biodata, you have to follow a certain pattern, right? Format. It is generally divided into four parts. So when you are required to write biodata, there are four main things that you need to keep in mind. The first one is personal details, which include your name, your age, uh, your address, your contact number, your hobbies, and so right. Qualifications means what are the educational qualifications that you have uh, undergone or you have achieved. All right. Experience means, like I said some time ago, that uh, you have to mention how many years of experience do you have. All right. Okay, and the next fourth one is references. So you have to mention name of two person or higher authorities, citing their name, then their post and their contact number. So why do you think references are to be written? For example, you are applying for a new job, right? So you can give the names. Suppose you are a teacher and you wish to apply for a new job. You can give one of the names of your school principal, because he has known you for the number of years that you have worked in that school. So you can name the principal, his post, and the contact number. Or if you have worked in a like a company, you can give the name of the director or CEO. The reason why references are to be given is if the person wishes to know whether you are true to what you have written in your biodata, in your application, they can always contact the person through the contact that you have given in your references. All right. So this is to know more about whether you are really true as per the biodata written. All right. Okay. So distribution of marks for job application. Like I said, this question comes for 6 marks. Right, so this is how marks are allotted. Sender's address, date, receiver's address. Now sender's address means you are the person who is sending the job application, so you have to write your address. Now remember that you are not supposed to use your own original address. Use the address given in the question. All right, and date is to be written in expanded form. I have explained what an expansion of date is, or how a date is to be written in expanded form in one of the earlier videos. Receiver's address, so here you have to write the address of the employer, all right, or the company or the school that has drafted the advertisement, right? And subject or heading, so here subject, it could be simple one, job application for the post of so and so, right? Salutation means sir or madam or dear sir. No need to mention or no need to write dear or respected sir, right? Just sir or madam or dear sir is more than enough. Complimentary clause means, uh, uh, yours faithfully, yours sincerely. All right. Okay. So these carry 1 mark. Format. All right. Content, 3 marks. Now, what are you writing in your content in the body of the application? Then, obviously, in your resume, right? Biodata can also be referred as a resume, or it can also be called a CV, meaning curriculum vitae. Expression, so how you are using the words, the appropriate words in your body, in the body of the application. So expression includes grammatical accuracy, appropriate words, and spelling. So you have to be very careful whenever you are writing, words or sentences. Make sure that they are grammatically accurate. You use the appropriate or apt words and use the spellings correctly, right? Coherence and relevance of ideas and stance. So what kind of style are you using, or how words are relevantly used in the body of the application? So grammatical accuracy and spelling and appropriate words carry 1 mark. Coherence and relevance of ideas and style carry 1 mark. So in total 6 marks. Okay, now you job application may can or job application as a whole consists of 2 parts. The first one is the covering letter, which means the application, and the second part is the biodata, or it is called curriculum vitae. All right. Okay, now cover letter. So what comes in under cover letter? Now this is the format like I gave you in the format itself. Sender's address, right? Date to be written in expanded form. Now this is what I meant by expanded form. Either you can write 15th May 2020 or May 15th 2020. Your choice, but do not write 15/05/2020 or oblique. All right, use date in such manner, or write date in expanded form. Okay, now receiver's address, subject. It is important to underline the subject. Now remember, when you have finished writing the subject, underline it. All right. Salutations. Now here, remember that it's a formal letter, so the greeting must be respectful and not too personal. So it should be since it's a formal letter, right? You have the language that you use, the salutation words that you use should be respectful. The general greetings used in formal letters are sir or madam, right? And you have to use a comma after sir or madam. So body. So what is to be written in the body of the application? This is the main content of the letter, right? It is either divided into 3 paragraphs or 2 paragraphs if the letter is briefer. Now, depending upon the marks for the question, you may write in 2 or 3 paragraphs. All right. Two would be too short. Better write it in 3 paragraphs. All right. And it not be like 50 to 60 words paragraph. It could be like 30 to 40 words, right, in each paragraph. The tone of the content should be formal, so the language that you use should not be like too informal and hi, what's up, and all slangs should not be used. It should be formal, respectful. Another point to keep in mind is that the letter should be concise and to the point. So you are writing, application to apply for a job. So your letter should be brief and to the point. You should not be dragging your letter, all right, or should not be beating about the bush, all right. Instead, you should come straight to the point, all right. And always be respectful and considerate in your language. So whatever language or whatever words you are using should be respectful and should be thoughtful. You should use the words wisely, all right. Okay, now first paragraph. Now these are just a hint, all right, to help you out how to write. All right, so the first paragraph, very important part. Start the body of the letter by mentioning the source from where you got to know about the job, of information about the job. All right, along with the day, date, and advertisement number. So when you are starting the first paragraph of the job application, you need to mention from which source have you learned about the post being vacant. All right, so I have some examples given. All right, so you may this is, you may start in this way: this is in reference to the advertisement given in, and you have to mention the name of the newspaper, and you have to mention the date, and also you have to mention the post that is being advertised and you are applying for it, right? Okay, second paragraph. Here you are supposed to offer your candidature by briefing about your qualifications, achievements, previous experiences, and your strengths. Now, second paragraph, after having finished your first paragraph about, mentioning about the source of information, you have got day, mentioning day, date, and not necessarily mention the day. Date is more than enough, right? And the post. And the second paragraph, here you, because you are applying for the post, you have to mention briefly about your qualifications. What are the qualifications that you have achieved? What are the educational qualifications, and what are other achievements? Not in great detail, just in a line or two, right? And previous experiences, or you need not write so much detail here because you will be writing in your format, all right. In other words, the paragraph should answer to the question, how are you the perfect candidate for the job? So it's more of like, answering that very question in the second paragraph. Why should they hire you? Why are you the perfect candidate for the job? All right. So you have to mention, your strength, right there. Keep in mind that it should be to the point and clear. Do not sound boastful. So that's what you should not write. Like I am the best candidate that you can get. You should not write, such expression. You should not use such expression because that sounds more of yourself being boastful. So you may get rejected only after going through the application. All right, so it should be to the point and clear, and you should not be too boastful, all right, because in some of the students, when they are asked to write application in the class as their homework, they would write like, I am the best, you cannot get better than me, so and so on. So that sounds like something hard to digest. You cannot be so boastful. All right, so paragraph 3, mention the reference to the biodata or curriculum vitae and other detailed documents that you have enclosed. Now, paragraph 3 could be like mentioning what have you attached here with, uh, along with the application. all right. And you can also appeal for a one-on-one interview. So you can also mention that you are available for the interview, all right, whenever they wish to have, all right. So end the body on a compromising, on a promising note. Example, looking forward to your positive response. So that means, you are waiting for their positive response. That means they are going to call you for the interview or they are going to hire you, right? Positive response. Complimentary close. So you have to use expression like, yours faithfully or yours sincerely, right? Do not write, use expression like yours truthfully, yours one and only. These are not formal expressions, right? Signature. Here finally you sign your signature. Now after having written a letter or application, why do you sign at the bottom of the letter? To mention that you are the person who has written the application, all right. Okay, now let's go through the biodata. Okay, now after signing, you are supposed to mention the heading enclosures, which will include the name of the documents and testimonials attached along with the cover letter. So in your real life, after having completed all your educations, you will surely have to apply for a job, right? So this job application need not be studied from examination point of view. You can also use this in your future when applying for a job, all right. So before you end uh, the application, you have or after signing, you have to mention enclosures. That means such and such documents, such and such certificates are enclosed or attached here with the letter, all right. So here or documents or testimonials are, like your 10th class certificate marks card, 12th marks card, right, and then your degree certificates and your experience certificates, all right, or any diploma courses that you have done, you may add on all right. All right, now this is not really necessary when you are applying, when you are writing a job application for your examination, but this is important when you are applying for your real life job, right. Biodata or CV, copies of certificates, any other. Now this is what you are supposed to write in or under enclosures, all right. Now biodata, like I mentioned, is generally again divided into four parts. The first one, personal details, your name, your age, your father's name, your address, your contact number, your hobbies, right? Qualifications and experience, and the last one, references. Now, this is how biodata should look, all right. Biodata, it should be written in capital, and that too in the center of, because I could not like shift this, right. This to be written in capital, that too in the center of the page, and no need to write heading here, all right. Name, now whose name? Obviously your name or the applicant's name, right. So use the name given in the question. I know you love your name so much, but do not use your original name, all right. Father's name, next comes father's name and date of birth in expanded form, like 30th May, like 1993, fine. And or if you don't wish to write the date of birth, you can simply mention your age, all right. And then sometimes gender or sex is can be written, all right. Sex, male or female, all right. Address, your address, age. When you are writing date of birth, you need not mention age, or when you are writing age, you need not mention date of birth. You can either go for one, all right. Contact number, very important, because if you don't write contact number, how is the employer going to hire you if he finds you the right candidate, all right. Email ID, all right. Nationality, who you are by birth, Indian, Chinese, Tibetan, who you are. So in your examination, you are supposed to use Indian, all right. You cannot use, or you shouldn't use Tibetan or any other origin until the question asks, okay. Marital status, are you married or single or bachelor, all right. Qualifications. Now this is how you are supposed to draft the qualification. You need not draw the boxes, all right. You can simply right? Or just draw a line between the columns, right? Name of the examination. Now here comes, is it um, uh, class 10, all right, or is it class 12? Now, when you are writing name of examination, it's always better to start from class 10, 12, and your degree examination and your master. All right. Name of board, university. Now here, class 10 and 12, if you have studied in CBSE affiliated school, you can write the name of board as CBSE. All right, class 10 and 12. All right. And if you have appeared in state board, state board. All right. And then university, is it like University of Madras, University of Mysore, or Delhi University? All right, wherever you have done your degree and master degree. All right. Name of the institution, the name of the school or the name of the college where you have done your education, your studies. Year of passing, so which year have you passed the college, right, or your school. Percentage. Now this is very important. You did not give exact percentage. You just can mention, like, 90.5%, or but do not write, do not exaggerate your percentage like 99.9. It sounds kind of, like unbelievable. All right. So qualifications must be written in tabular form and with the above mentioned heads. Now this is what is meant by tabular form, in the forms of table. All right. Work experience, it should be written from latest to the oldest with the duration. Now when you are writing work experience, start from your recent experience or recent company or school where you are working, right? And then it can go down to the oldest one, and then you need to mention for how long did you work, right? There. Achievements, if you have any. Languages known, so what are the languages that you know? English, Hindi, Kannada, Marathi, French, German, whatever. But do not write too many languages. Three or four would be enough. All right. Skills, so what are the skills that you have additional to what you have written here? Okay. Weaknesses, no, now this is not really important. All right. Weaknesses, why write about your weaknesses, all right, when applying for the job? All right. Hobbies, now this is an important part. What do you like to do during your free time? What are your hobbies or your interests? References, name, designation, and contact number. Declaration, in some of the applications, people do mention that, I hereby declare whatever the information is mentioned mentioned before are true to my knowledge. You need not mention such. All right. And date, place, and signature. Now this is how uh, format looks like. Address, date, and this is the address of the receiver. Subject, application for the post of. Now here in the blank you have to mention the name of the post that is advertised, sorry. So with reference to your advertisement dated, so I understand that you are looking for, you may complete, this is just an expression used. All right. So my resume, biodata, curriculum vitae is enclosed here with for your perusal. Perusal means for your kind reference. All right. Thank you. Yours truly or sincerely. You can use any one of these, and then marriage certificates and so on. All right. Now here, biodata. Now I have given you the format in the previous page, so this is more than enough. No need to go in detail here. Let's go through the examples. All right. Here, Bal Vidya Public School, Bhilai urgently requires a postgraduate teacher to teach political science, for which they have placed an advertisement in the Bhilai Express. Now, the question is about a post of political teacher, PGT, postgraduate teacher, all right, in Bal Vidya Public School in Bhilai, all right, and they have advertised this advertisement in Bhilai Express, that is supposed to be the name of the newspaper. You are Sanjay or Sanjana Sharma from 21 Vasant Marg, Bhilai. Now, this is your address. If you are a boy, Sanjay. If girl, Sanjana. All right. Draft a letter including a CV applying for the advertised post. Now, this is the word limit 120 to 150. Within 150, you have to complete your application and resume. All right. Resume, or in other words, biodata. Right. Now, here, this is a solved one. This is your sender's address, that is you who is writing the application, and this is supposed to be the date, and this is the, now this is because the advertisement is for the post of a teacher, so the receiver's address would be like, you know, the principal or the chairman or the management. All right. And the name of the school. All right. Subject. Now it has to be brief, and by looking at the subject, one should understand that, oh, this is the application for, okay, the body is, the content of the body is reflected in the subject. All right. So here, application for the post of uh, postgraduate teacher, or you may mention PGD Pol Science or political science. Sir or madam, in response to your advertisement in the Bhilai Express. Now here, like I mentioned, what are the how paragraphs are to be written. The first paragraph, in the first paragraph, you should mention the source of the information and the post that is being advertised, right? So in response means you are responding to the advertisement given in such and such newspaper, right? To your advertisement in the Bhilai Express dated February 25, 20 for the post of a political science teacher in your renowned school. Renowned school means, you know, you're in your popular school or in your recognized school, reputed school. All right. I wish to offer my candidature. Candidature means, you know, I wish to apply for the post. You wish to apply, right? I'm enclosing a copy of my biodata for your perusal and kind consideration. Second paragraph. I'm available for the interview or any day of your convenience. Now, this is being respectful. You are asking the employer to call for any interview if they wish to, and according to their own convenience. All right. If given a chance to serve you, I assure you that I shall work with utmost sincerity and dedication up to your satisfaction. Now, it's very important to mention about how you are going to assure the employer in hiring you. So assurance is very important. All right. You need to mention that mention or use such expressions like utmost sincerity, dedication, up to your satisfaction. All right. So you are kind of, uh, assuring the employer that you are the right candidate for the job. All right. Yours faithfully, Sanjay Sanjana Sharma. All right. So enclosure here, ENCL dot is the abbreviated or is the short form of enclosure biodata. All right. Now name, father's name, date of birth, address, phone number, email, marital status, age, nationality, educational qualifications, right? BA in Pol Science. Now, this is being too brief. Class 10th, you have to mention class 10th, class 12, and then BA in Pol Science, MA Pol Science, B.Ed. Now, when it comes to, teacher, this is an important degree you have to undergo, or if you have to uh, complete your bachelor of education. All right. Without this you may not be hired. All right. Hobbies, now it is supposed to be written in tabular form, right? Hobbies, tracking and reading. If you have more than that, you may add on. All right. Strength, good communication skills, computer literate, proficient in English, Hindi, and German. So the person knows English, German, and Hindi. All right. And not only that, the person or you have good communication skill and you have complete knowledge of computer, right? Name and address of references. Now these are the people who uh, Sanjay or Sanjana has mentioned. Now, because if let me take Sanjay, all right, he is applying for the post of a teacher because he is a teacher. The best references that he could give is, or our principal, all right, or the head of department, all right. Okay, so Mr. Vijay Mathur, principal, Ani DAV School, Gurudwara Road. Now, this is the address or the post of the address of the principal, all right, address of the school where he had worked, all right. Now, here, if you have gone this in detail, there's no mention of experience, all right. Now, we'll go through the second example, all right. You are, hold on, okay. Uh, you are Ram Rajni, living at 1 Rana Pratap Marg, New Delhi. Read the advertisement given below and apply for the job that suits you, giving your biodata separately. Sun University requires lecturers in English and demonstrators in physics, chemistry, and botany for their new campus at Panipat. Now, this is an advertisement for lecturers teaching English. Now, it's not only just one post, but several posts teaching, several posts for several teachers, all right? Lecturers teaching English or lecturers teaching demonstrators in physics, chemistry, and botany, all right? Candidate with a minimum of 5-year experience alone can apply. So if you have experience of more than 5, you are the you can be you are eligible to apply for it, all right. If you do not have 5 years of experience of teaching, then you are not eligible because the question itself says, right, candidates with a minimum of 5-year experience alone can apply. Excellent command in English is a must. Excellent package and compensation for experienced person. Now this is what the university is going to give you, all right. Salary and then compensation if you are the right candidate. Those interested may email to Sun University. So sometimes what happens is, like the advertisement will also be given along with the question. So based on the advertisement, you have to apply, right? Okay, this has come in 2017 compartment, right? Answer. Now your sender's address, date, receiver's address. Now subject, application for post of lecturer in English. Now if you're applying, if you are a lecturer in English, you can simply mention application for post of lecturer in English. Need not mention the other post, right? Sir or madam, in response to your advertisement in the Times of India dated February 25 for the post of English lecturer in your new campus, I wish to offer my candidature. If you are applying for chemistry post, you may mention only the chemistry. All right. So here the first paragraph uh, gives out the source of information from where you have got the information and for what post. All right. Second paragraph, I would like to bring into notice that I possess all the aforementioned qualities. Aforementioned means the qualities which is asked in the advertisement here. Excellent command of English is must, all right. Candidates with minimum of 5 years experience. So that means you possess all these qualities required for the job. I'm enclosing a copy of my biodata for your perusal and kind consideration. I'm available for the interview or on any day of your convenience. If given a chance to serve you, I assure you that I shall work with utmost sincerity and dedication up to your satisfaction. So here again, assurance is given, right? Yours faithfully. Okay, enclosure, biodata, testimonials. Testimonials means certificates. All right, now biodata. Name, father's name, date of birth, address, phone, email, marital status, age, nationality, academic qualifications. Now, class 10, 12, BA, MA. Now, if you are a lecturer in English, you have to mention BA in English, if preferable, or if you have done or completed or done honors, you do mention that in bracket. All right, MA in English, or if you are going for or opting for chemistry, class 10, 12, BSc and MSc, physics in bacha, or chemistry, MSc chemistry. All right, hobbies, reading, traveling and net surfing. Strengths, proficiency and in English and Hindi, computer literature. Now this is very important because the advertisement itself asks, all right, and you have to mention what your strengths are. Experience, 7 years as English lecturer or demonstrators. Now, if you are opting for English lecturer, you can simply mention 7 years as English lecturer. Where? In University of Delhi. All right. Names and addresses of references. Mr. Vijay Mathur, Principal, GT Goenka Public School, Pitampura, Delhi. Now, if the principal has doubt about you or is considering your application, he may contact this asking about you, or your strengths or your work abilities, right? So this is why references are given, right? Okay, so you may use some other starters in addition to the two examples. This is in reference to the advertisement given in the Times of India. Now this is the name of the newspaper, and now this is in reference. Okay, now, or this is in response. Now you are responding to the advertisement given in the Times of India dated for the post of a senior accountant. Now when you are starting your first paragraph with this expression, this is in reference, there should be a full stop here. Do you see her? Do you see here? All right, and then I hereby wish to apply for the same. All right, now look at the second one. With reference to the advertisement given in the Times of India, they have the same expression except for the starter. Right? With reference to the advertisement given in the Times of India dated 25th May 2020 for the post of. Now when you are using expression like with reference, you should not use full stop here. Instead you should use comma, because this is not a complete sentence. After using comma, you may complete the sentence by writing, I hereby wish to apply for the same. The same means for the post of senior accountant. All right. Okay. Now here are some of the educational qualifications which you may like to make note of. Right. You in question you may be asked to write, like um, an application applying for the marketing manager, or postgraduate or whatever. So you may use for marketing manager, do mention class 10, 12, BCom, MBA. All right, graduate teachers. All right, so if it is about applying for English PGT, class 10, 12, BA English. If you have done honors, do mention that in bracket, MA English, BEd. PGT biochemistry, class 10, 12 would be common. BSc also would be common. All right, if you have done bio, MSc in bio. If chemistry, no need to mention bio or chemistry. All right, and BEd. If it's a librarian, class 10, 12, bachelor of BLib and then MLib. It's optional. All right, you may mention if you have done it, right? If it's about chef, class 10, 12, BA or bachelor of bachelor in hotel management. If you have done any diploma, that's up to you. Accountant, class 10, 12, BCom, MCom. All right, program developer. All right, class 10, 12, BCA, MCA, Bachelor Computer Application, but Master in Computer Application. So this is it. Hope this video has helped you in, or you might hope you got help in writing job application and how to write resume, right? So see you in the next video lesson. Till then, take care and bye bye.